You can't really put a word on it, but it's a scary situation.
It's like looking down at your car instrument panel and all the lights are on.
That's a good one.
You're just and you're hauling down the road 80 miles an hour, and you're like, I don't know where we go from here, man.
And they're like, hey, put this blindfold on. Real quick. Yeah.
Something like that.
Hey, I'm AJ Vallejo.
Hey, I'm Doug Day. And HAAM saved our heart.
The rock and roll lifestyle is just, what a lot of people think it is. It's staying up late. Sometimes we do unhealthy things to our body, drinking beer or not sleeping or eating bad gas station food, all things that are not conducive to a healthy life,
And one other thing I think about the rock and roll lifestyle deal is that a lot of us in our field are under the impression that since we do what we love, that it's going to keep us young forever. We feel like we're going to stay young perpetually, and that's
kind of the exact opposite.
Yeah, it really is. If you do this long enough and you don't really pay attention to what you're doing and don't pay attention to your health, you run a greater risk of having it cut short.
I was driving from a friend's house and I had to pull over because I was getting lightheaded, and angina, I think it's called. You get this tingling. Did you get any of that?
Oh yeah.
They did an EKG and they were like, there's some abnormal stuff going on. We're going to throw you on this stress test on the morning, this conveyor belt. And I was like, oh, I can ace that. Like, you're just going to get on it for 8 minutes and kind of do a light jog. Oh, man, I got that. It was funny because I was kind of going out, they had a gurney there, and I was like, what's that for? And they were like, that's for if you fail. And I go, oh, yeah, I don't even need that. I was like, oh, dude, I got 8 minutes. Come on now. Like, and then all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, I was like, get the gurney.
My heart attack happened in the middle of a hiking trip, and I had all kinds of weird stuff going on. I had kidney failure, actually, as I found out later, because I was so dehydrated, because I drank quite a bit of whiskey the night before, because I felt like I was going to be young forever. I was 36 years old, and you just don't expect to have a heart attack at that age.
Another thing a lot of people don't realize, you understand, you probably think the same thing too, is how am I going to afford this? Like, this is not like breaking a leg or going into the ER and paying that, and this is it's like buying a brand new, like, nice car. And it's like it costs a lot of money. The last thing you need when you're trying to recover from a heart attack is to stress out about, financials and stuff like that. And your doctor's going, you need to chill out for at least half a year. So talk about a blessing to have somebody like HAAM there in your corner, crossing the T's and dotting the I's with you, so that you can kind of focus on healing.
HAAM also helped me on the financial side by putting me in touch with Ariana at Foundation Communities, which was a big help to me. Exactly like you were talking about, the bills started to show up 3 weeks, a month later, and the stress from seeing some of those
large numbers
that I wish were paychecks, but were bills in my mailbox. Ariana really helped me with that, helped me navigate those waters, and I don't know where I'd be otherwise,
I feel like, in a weird way, like a second chance at life, and a little more clarity, a little more humbleness, just a little more appreciation for the day. Especially now having kids is something that I want to be around for them. I want to watch them graduate, and I don't want to go when they're young, for their sake and my sake. So I know it sounds cliche, but definitely want to stick around as long as I can for them,
Yeah, I mean, I see that kid every morning, and I'm like, I'm going to be here when you graduate. I'm going to be almost 60 when he graduates high school. So it's a priority for me to stay healthy and just survive.
Sure. The thing I just always tell my friends is, get your checkups, drink water, get a lot of sleep, do good things to your body. You only have one body.
And don't deny to yourself that it could happen to you. Don't deny that is a possibility.
It could happen to anyone. Happen to us.
Yep. Once.
Yeah.